not? Put her there?
I wanna fly high so I can reach the highest of all the heavens.
Hey, Tails over here. Welcome back to Hat in Time. Now that that's done, we can head over to Subcon Forest. But it's up to you first.
So, we meet again. My arch nemesis. What? You don't remember me? How rude. It's me, boss of the Mafia. Remember? You blew me up in our little indiscretion, and your young friend captured my remains in this jar. I'm without a body. I should be furious, but it is okay. The past is the past. And I'll accept your carcass as an apology. You won't hand it over? Such nerve on such a small child. If I had hands, I would slap you. I'll just buy a new body then. There has to be some poor soul out there who would be willing to trade his corpse for money. I may not look like it right now, but I'm well traveled. I know the whereabouts of all the secrets on this planet. Buy my map badge, and I will show you where you can find relics that will make you rich.
I don't have enough.
Bye.
Thanks for the offer. Oh. Hello.
The Edgelberg movie award was rigged. It was an inside job. The winner knows about the power of the timepieces. He's been keeping one, and he's gonna break it. The truth lies buried underneath Deadbird Studio. What goes on in Deadbird Studio when no one is around? Know the color on this thing, lassie.
Fascinating. Something strange is going on. Deadbird Studio? It's nighttime. No one's here. Means you gotta be extra sneaky. No humans allowed, but I'm a human, I think. I think it means mafia, but oh well. We're here now and we're gonna do something. We're gonna find out what's really going on here. Dong. I want to see if I can get that thing over there. Don't worry, I'll get the time wrist in a different video. And that's how you do it. Ding! And now I'm all the way back here. There's no checkpoint. Wonderful. And we're back. What's in here? Elevator. The warp ceremony. Under wrapped. Oh. lot of stuff. Up and down, up and down. How far down are we going? And we've arrived. Hello. A lot of these look like unpaid bills. Makes sense. You don't recall seeing many cinemas on this planet, and destroying trains probably gets a pricey after a few ticks. Looks like you're not allowed past this point. There's 7. Whee! I'm sliding down. Looks like there's no legitimate way up there quite yet. We need to go up higher, maybe. Ah!
Oh, I think we should just snatch it, darling. Although, maybe all that magic time use is just gonna take it.
I did not catch any of that. Maybe that's the point. I have the perfect opportunity to get on top of that thing from here. Okay, never mind. Rift token. I was hoping it was some new threads, but nope. There's words are hard sometimes. Okay. And we land. disregarding privacy. These shows are full of movies you've never heard of. The amount of bird puns in their titles is staggering. Hello. Yes! Spring yarn! Conductor. What about him? Hiding this thread from me? Gotcha! It's like that, what's it called? That Shark Park Hot Wheels track, or was it something else? Matchbox. Revo Reed, Red Herring, stinks. So there was a Shark Park, racing track way back when I was little. Had to, like, you had to, like, test out your cars on, this track and make sure not to get eaten by the shark. Label the Reed's MacGuffins. Label reads Chekhov guns. And like 90% of the time, your car would get caught by the shark. The other 10%, their car would either just miss it or the shark wouldn't detect it at all. It was cheap looking back, but at the time it was a lot of fun. I think the most fun thing I had in terms of cars was the Octoblast. It reads framing devices. It was either the Octoblast or the car wash. Because the car wash thing used actual soap and water that you yourself had to put into the thing. And I don't know whether or not it actually made the cars cleaner, but it was still fun. You had to dry off your cars on your own. Well, it had a drying thing where you pumped this plastic thing that pumped air onto the car, but the air only matched.
The little darling girl doesn't even know it exists. I don't think she'll miss it. It's not so many.
Again, I didn't catch any of that. That the air that came out of the thing only matched what was around you. So, if the air was cold, obviously it didn't dry very well. They read ticking clocks. You think of one being advanced and shiver. Whereas the Octoblast was like the most fun track I had for Hot Wheels. Basically, there was this giant octopus thing, and there were large hairpin turns, a straight up thing with a spiral going down, and a small loop where you would put cars in. And the goal was to avoid the octopus, which was rather easy because the octopus just stayed in one place. And however, if you had multiple cars on the track, it was possible that they would crash. And when they do crash, they go flying. And when they go flying, they could activate the octopus.
Even if there was a giant fire.
There was another car wash track that was available, but I got a cheaper version of it. I'll see if I can, if I remember, I'll put up pictures in the video to show you guys which one I had versus which one I saw ads for but didn't get. Hello. Onward. How did I even get into that that whole thing about Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars? I'll have to look back at the footage. Something about sharks. I don't see my reflection. Now, what's this? A bed surrounded by awards. Can I examine some of these? Yeah. It strikes you that this might be the gaudiest, most expensive thing you've ever seen. Doesn't look like there's an easy way to take it with you either. Shame. Key. I don't remember passing by a door that needed one, but it's cool to have. Can. What's over here? I forgot about this area.
I remember seeing these copies a long time ago, and I knew I couldn't pass up the opportunity to rush them.
Hey. I can smell. How I avoided that, I don't know. What's this? The posters came out pretty neat. Though it occurs to you, you never gave them permission to use your image in marketing. Actually, you don't recall signing a contract for anything here, or even giving them any of your details. It's possible you aren't getting paid for these movies. Ah! Ah! have no bunker match? Yes, I do. Alright. Haha! Alright, now I get the hook shot back in there. Key. Relic. You. Triangles. What's this about then?
Look who we've got here, darling. I guess you found my little secret, huh? This last timepiece is all for me, darling. If you want it, well, I guess you've just gotta come and get it. Yeehaw!
Come on, man.
Here we go! Huh? Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen! Yeah! Wah! Huh? Wah! Yeah! All right, darling, that's it. Time to bring out the big guns! Wah! Here we go! Check this out!
Have to do better than that.
Yeah!
Nah. Come on, man. This is easy. Ah. Okay.
Here we go!
Ha.
Ha! Ladies and gentlemen!
Ah.
Whoa! How did you do this to me, darling? Let's have a little heart-to-heart. Have a seat, darling. Ever since you arrived on this planet, these timepieces have fallen from the sky. Now, I could understand if you feel they belong to you, darling. I understand. But did you know they allow for rewinding time? With one timepiece, I could reclaim all the trophies that belong to me, darling. Every single trophy I've lost to the conductor where he has cheated his way to victory. I can't prove it, darling, but I'm certain the conductor has been manipulating everything to make sure I never win. I just need one timepiece to fix years of cheating and fraud. Can't you spare me just one timepiece, darling?
No, because I need them to get home.
Darling, darling, darling. You're so persistently selfish. I've brought you to stardom, and all I ask in return is a single timepiece. But you won't share?
I need them to get home.
Well, darling, if you want this timepiece back so bad, come and get it. Remember this bomb, darling? I stole it from the conductor's movie set, and now it'll be your demise.
1 minute and 20 seconds till self-destruct. Better hurry.
Over here! Oh, hang in there! I'll find a way to
40
defuse the
seconds
bomb!
until self-destruct. Ready.
Better hurry up, darling.
Nice diffuser is ready! Come here!
Here we go! What's this? Yeah. I hate you! Darling!
Now it's mine. Now I can. Now it's one step closer to getting home. Alright. That was fun, surprisingly. Now we go back to the spooky swamp. Or the subcon forest. Toilet of Doom! I can't go that high at the moment. I need to find one of those traps so I can get that last contract. Otherwise, I'll be here forever. There it is, right there.
Oh, wait. It's you. I was kind of expecting a new victim to step in my traps. I've already taken your soul and everything. Don't take it personal, kid. What's in... Pick your poison.
This one. This one, the only one left. Get me something from the manor. Find out what's in the attic.
Not a bad choice. This one should be a breeze. Whatever. I'm off.
Alright. Now I got that taken care of. Let's get rid of whatever's in the toilet. Ah! Go! Haha! Contract complete. Cool glitch, bro. Queen Vanessa's men. Total to Doom complete. Finale is almost ready. Check out the Snatcher's old home. So that's what it's the Snatcher. Yes, you.
Manor is this way.
Dong. Quite what I wanted, but I'll take it. Thank you. Alright, before I proceed past this gate, I must warn all those watching. The next part of the game is super scary, and it goes into a horror. It turns into a horror game for a while. So I'll post a little timestamp if you want to skip it. If you don't, you have been warned. Now let's go. Way is blocked by snow. Gotta find another way in. In we go. Let's put on our dweller mask.
me to remind you, you signed that paper about not using your hats while in the manor. Yeah, don't use them. Thanks.
I'm wearing a mask. Does that count? It's not a mask. Yeah. Got a key. Unlock, and up we go. Checkpoint. Huh. A key to the piano. I think we're good. Need something else to knock that book free. We're good. For now. Checkpoint. There's the next lock. Our prince has gone.
It gets so lonely in here. I know you are listening.
Keys up there. An old ruined diary. A lot of pages have been torn out. Turn the one that's left. Page 13. Why? What have I done wrong? In his letters, he talks about her. Tutor. He says he loves me, but she sees him. I get letters, and she gets his time. He is mine. Once his studies are finished, I will have him back. Dear Diary, today my prince left to begin his studies. He will be so far away, and for so long he promised to write. He won't forget me, will he? His beloved princess? 73. He is coming back. Just one weekend. A short holiday from her. I will convince him to stay. I cannot let my love leave again. Sounds a little melodramatic. Yes, a relic. Mother had a bit of an accident last week, so today I got crowned as queen. Now the prince can't call me his princess. Life isn't fair. My dearest Vanessa, it has been many days since I saw you last, but it feels like months. My time at the academy is hard, but I'm progressing quickly. There is so much to study when it comes to law, but the library here is well stocked. Our tutors are the finest in the land, and I'm thankful to their help. I have been attending private study with one, an experienced practitioner of law by the name of Lady. The rest of the letter is ruined and torn. Oh, I wish I could just keep them always locked up and in chains in the cellar. But you can't chain a man, can you? So that's what we saw. Haha. I think we're okay. Because the balloon's not going towards the... Oh. That's nice. Ah. Guess I can't hide in there anymore. I don't think I read you. Our prince enjoys his breakfast far too much. Jealous of that darn bacon. He loves it. No more bacon in this house. No, 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 no. Where's that key? It's on the toilet. And she's in the shower, isn't she? Run! Run! Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Relic. Yeah. And what's in here? Timepiece. We got it. Contract complete. Alright. And that's over. Queen Vanessa's manor complete. Time architect. Finale is ready. Your contract has expired. Let's see. Pardon me.
Wait up, kid. Remember how the old contractor had his head pop off? That wasn't a coincidence. It popped off the moment he stopped being useful to me. And guess who else just became obsolete? That's right. You. Now that possessed outhouse isn't bothering me anymore, and all those contracts of yours are tidied away, I don't need you around. Besides, you didn't think I was gonna let you keep all these timepieces, did you? They fell in my forest, kid. They belong to me! Time you saw what I'm really capable of, kid. Say goodbye to that little head of yours! You're probably waiting for me to turn blue, aren't you? Sorry, kiddo. Blue doesn't suit me. And I guess that makes me invincible, huh? That's too bad!
This music is awesome.
Did you just color me blue with my own attack? This can't count, right? Surely this doesn't count. That does it. Time to die!
Interesting. Okay. Aha! First try.
I feel so weak. Please, have mercy.
timepieces landed in my forest. They are my property. So, let's make a deal, young lady. You get out of my forest, and we never see you again. How's that sound for a deal? Not a fan. Too bad. You don't make the calls here. Here, I'll even make it easier for you. Now, all that's left is for you to sign it.
Just get out. Welcome to my happy world. I'll get your and leave.
You understand that's not how contracts work, right? I'm giving you a chance to scram, kid. There's no catches or clauses this time. What if I give you your soul back? Will that make you leave?
You got your soul back. You feel relieved, energized, and just your usual amount of empty.
Yes? No? Hello? Are you there? Why aren't you saying anything? You're quite the character, aren't you? And a tough negotiator. Fine. I'll sweeten the deal for you. Here. Take my last timepiece. If I continue to see you around my forest after this, I'll be very disappointed.
Well, I'll have to come back eventually and get those timers fixed. Alright, now that's done. Hello? Day 19. This guy, I do his dumb job and he tries to double cross me. I beat him up and now he just wants me to go away, but he's also like, can't make me, so whatever. Give me your pods.
What are you doing? Down my circuit board. Got it.
Now, what's in here? Power has been restored in the basement. The chapter Alpine Skyline is now available. Hello? Hello? Hello, you need 35. Alright, I need to end this episode here. I think I'm... excuse me. I think I'm caught up in terms of part numbers with Ghost of Tsushima and Persona 5 Royal. But there are 2 other new games that I also want to play. Tide to Tasmanian Tiger 2, because I already played the first one. And I'm going to be redoing Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. I recently beat the main storyline, and what's this? The emergency button. Emergency is designed for moments when you need a button to push and can't find one anywhere else. I recently beat the main story of Witcher 3, and I am in the Heart of Stone part of the game. Once I've done that, I will re-record The Witcher, with no commentary, I might add. So yeah, that's all I needed to say. Thank you guys for being patient with me. and waiting for all these new parts to come out. So yeah, thanks for watching.